I'm sure you've heard about it. You read about it. The Philippine economy has been on the rise. From the sick man of Asia, we are now the next Asian tiger. Sarap pakinggan, di ba? The numbers prove it, the international community acknowledges it. Pero, ramdam ba ng lahat? Unfortunately, the majority of Filipinos haven't felt our country's economic gains yet. The dream of inclusive growth is still just that. A dream. You know why? Many are either underemployed or unemployed. In short, jobless. Walang trabaho. Sure, the services sector, particularly the business process outsourcing segment, provides hundreds of thousands of jobs to Filipinos. But for a country of 100 million people, it's not enough. We need jobs, more jobs, and better jobs. And we can find jobs here, here, and here, on production lines and manufacturing floors, inside technoparks that create cars and car parts. The equation is simple. Successful manufacturing sector equals more jobs, equals inclusive growth, equals everybody happy. Kaya lang, may problema. Our manufacturing sector hasn't been very successful in the past several years. It needs a boost. It needs a shot in the arm. Undersecretary Peri Rodolfo and Assistant Secretary Fita Aldaba of the Department of Trade and Industry told me about the Manufacturing Resurgence Program.
Ako, VJ, yung MRP, napakagandang programa yan. Yan yung pangkalahatang gobyerno na programa para mabigyang pansin ulit natin ang manufacturing sector.
The goal of the Manufacturing Resurgence Program is to create globally competitive and innovative industries. Industries where the Philippines will be known for, industries where the Philippines has a strong comparative advantage.
Ang tingin din natin dito, hindi lang dapat yan na malalaking mga negosyante, hindi lang malalaking mga negosyo, mga kumpanya. Dapat dyan mayangat din natin yung tinatawag nating micro and small, medium enterprises. Kaya dito, important role ng DTI, ginagamit natin yung manufacturing sector para maiangat din natin ang ating agricultural sector.
This industrial strategy is the best way for us to attract more investments, create more and better jobs, move our workers from low productivity to high productivity jobs, from the informal to the formal sector, and from low-paying to high-paying jobs.
May isang importante na approach na ginagawa tayo ngayon. Yun yung one size fits all, it does not work. No? Ang importante dito ngayon talaga, tignan mo kung ano yung pangangailangan ng iyong sektor, ng iyong industriya.
And so we tried another approach, which is what we are implementing right now. It's a bottom-up approach. So government consults closely with the private sector, with academe, with the labor groups, with civil society. This is going to drive the success, the vision of the Manufacturing Resurgence Program.
So in a nutshell, the DTI BOI asked aerospace manufacturers to get together, brainstorm to come up with a roadmap. Many other groups of manufacturers met, brainstormed, and came up with their own respective roadmaps. And all these roadmaps serve as the blueprint for the Manufacturing Resurgence Program. I have my camera, my notebook, my clothes, ready na. I'm going around the country to witness and experience MRP. And the adventure begins now. Tara! I'm in Jensen for the Roadmap Localization Conference organized by the DTI BOI. Now, when stakeholders gather and talk, better regional roadmaps are drafted. Yung bagay at sakto. In this case, in Soxargen region. According to ASIC FITA, it is important to engage with the local stakeholders so they can craft better regional roadmaps. Siyempre, di naman one size fits all. In fact, local and regional leaders welcome the localization of roadmaps. The regional director talked about the potential of the region's fisheries industry. The General Santos fish port, the second biggest in the country, exports tuna to many countries including Japan and the United States. The fish port complies with strict export standards, from the quality of fishing vessels, workers' hygiene, meticulous testing procedures, to processing, canning, and packaging. The international market also requires good environmental performance from the Philippine manufacturing industry. Aside from environmental issues, there are other matters that affect the entire manufacturing sector. Programs are underway to improve our power supply, logistics, transport, and infrastructure. But the success of our industries is anchored on our workforce. The MRP, in partnership with other agencies, creates millions of new additions to the manpower pool every year. A very important aspect of MRP is capacity building. And the University of the Philippines is perhaps one of the most appropriate venues for our workers to improve their skills. Trainings aren't limited to students and universities. Capacity building programs are accessible to men, women, young and old in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.